It's got to start somewhere. So we're going to start it because we got a lot of interesting music tonight, and it's like on a Wednesday night. Yeah, but it's December. People are out shopping. People are all in the festive season. There is no rules anymore because it's Christmas. Or any rules of normalcy are gone. That's what it would be, right? Everyone's got a hold of it. You like that chair? Isn't that cool? It's like the chair. Sometimes we put it right in the middle if it's the right band so your hair goes straight back. Just like those commercials. But it was one of those things that came up at the Sassy Lion, and it was free, and do you want it? And I said, well, okay. No, it's the bane of the club, because where do you ever put it, right? Except right there. Anyway, this is the Duncan Showroom. Those that are tuned in tonight, you're going to get a chance to hear a couple of rap things, and you're going to hear some kind of like punky style rock. And I used to think that punk, that it was just aggressive, loud, but you got to listen to what they're saying. You got to listen to what it's all about. The tribe that hangs out with that group of people, with that style of music, is equally a family, you know. And so I really appreciate what they do. I'm finding out more about all different styles of music, as you should too. But right now, one of the guys who turned me on to hip hop made me realize that rap wasn't all just grabbing your crotch and talking about gangsters. It was a guy by the name of Lennon. His name is Shorty on stage. We've had him out here a couple of times, like a whole bunch of times. I really like what he does. I think you're going to do it too. One of the neat things about him is, in his early days, we got thrown out of the city square because he dropped a few F-bombs, right? And it was funny because we just weren't allowed back. What? So it took a long time, but we were able to do a show and get him back on stage again in the city square, so that was cool. And then they got thrown off again. But I digress. One of the things I do enjoy is that I can bring him to an all ages show, and he gets to say what he needs to say without having to be using aggressive words. It's kind of neat. I think you're going to like what he does. Shorty, bring him to the stage, please.
Hey, keep it down out there. Shit. All right, everybody got enough room to breathe? Yeah. Me neither. All right, we're going to start it out with, I don't know. Start it out with hook and line. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Born ready. He's born so ready, he's born premature. Yeah, let's put it up a little bit in the monitors here. There we go. This is a lyrical lariat straight from the proletariat. The mainstream airwaves probably won't carry it. Crusade against those with blue blood in their veins. Pros that make prisoners out of the chains these days. Earning a fortune from the needs of orphans growing up to have same-sex back alley abortions. It's out of proportion. These hot button topics got people going off like a crotch full of rockets. When I'm walking on board your airplane, ignored by security, homeland paranoid to the point of absurdity. You haven't heard of me, you probably should have. I'm rapping on behalf of the working stiffs and riffraff. Wall Street's in the state of free fall collapse, and all the crap that's treated sacred was just bait for the trap. Changing tides, fall and rise, with hook and line. They sink us every time. Tell me, whatever happens when we hit a rock bottom? At some point you gotta admit there's a problem. I focus on my aggravation masturbation into social agitation. A few so-called elites getting undue adulations. I'm like, whatever happened to earning what you're making, or giving something back instead of strictly just taking? Attempted assimilation, achieving strictly separation, leaving us in the state of mutual segregation. Saying shit behind doors, hoping the neighbors don't hear, but they never really closed as tight as they appear. I got my share of complaints and grievances. A radical, yeah, my rap style is treasonous. Your season is expired, your product's past its stale date. I ought to send your ass back to the factory for a rebate. Now don't hate, I shoot straight from the hip bone. Get stoned, stay at home and kick it alone. Man, you know how I do it when I'm making this music. Old dogs better hit the books and learn some new tricks. Change rise, fall and rise with hook and line. They sink us every time. Tell me, whatever happens when we hit a rock bottom? At some point you gotta admit there's a problem. Change tides, fall and rise with hook and line. They sink us every time. Tell me, whatever happens when we hit rock bottom? At some point you gotta admit there's a problem. So most of us are descendants from peasants and fellow guinea pigs in the social experiment we're under. They're keeping us running around all like a hamster in its wheel when it's gaining no ground. Now I'm burning one down at the end of your block. Now my brain's fried worse than electroshock. Patience, there ain't no saving us now, and I really don't believe the folks who claim they know how. Like not to name names, but word on the street is Trudeau single-handedly preventing world peace. Plus I heard a rumor that disaster's looming from fat cats accusing you and me of over-consuming. We're only human, simply doing what we're told. The globe may be warming, but the world remains cold. Change rise, fall and rise with hook and line. They sink us every time. Tell me, whatever happens when we hit a rock bottom? At some point you gotta admit there's a problem, cause a change of tides, fall and rise with hook and line. They sink y'all every time. Whatever happens when we hit a rock bottom? At some point you gotta admit there's a problem. Drop it. You know, gotta admit there's a problem. We gotta admit there's a problem. You gotta admit there's a problem. I'm looking in the mirror for the answer to solve them. I said you gotta admit there's a problem. You know you gotta admit there's a problem. I said you gotta admit there's a problem. I'm looking in the mirror for the answer to solve them. Yes, I said you gotta admit there's a problem. You know we gotta admit there's a problem. You know we gotta admit there's a problem. We're looking in the mirror for the answer to solve them. I said you gotta admit that there's a problem. Looking in the mirror for the answers to solve them, cause it lies within, underneath the skin. You gotta search it and quit your lurking and get your learning. Thank you. All right, let's do Digital Age. Everybody got your phones out? Go. Well, get with the times. Philo. Here we go. Now we're living in the digital age. They got us wired for the digital age, and we've been programmed for the digital age, and now we're glitching in the digital age. on the information superhighway. Multimedia inundates the mind state, penetrating the subcranial cortex into the virtual reality vortex, attacking out its consumer electronic bliss. It doesn't get much more ignorant than this. System crashes mass communication as civilization drastically changes. And now we're living in the digital age. They got us wide for the digital age, and we've been programmed for the digital age. They got us in the digital age. Good job, good job. Back online, going viral, out of control now, watch spiral. Trapped in the net, there's no escape. Technocrat design a fate in a frantic state, racing like rats. Reformat, try to adapt. Habitat under attack. Pulls me to hit, no turning back. Science fiction becoming fact. Once was the future, is now the past. Blasting off into cyberspace. Point and a click is all it takes to navigate this latest frontier of the netscape of the blogosphere. Gotta disconnect, cause I can't believe what a worldwide tangled web we weave. They got us living in the digital age, and we've been wide for the digital age. They got us programmed for the digital age. And now glitching in the digital age. Bionic, robotic, automaton, it's all the same. Cybernetically connected to the mainframe. Modernized, behavior patterns modified. Preoccupied, electronically lobotomized. Zombified like a pandemic in the streets. Conversation of the verbal kind is obsolete. Dependency upon technology is on the rise. Assimilating and innovating our own demise. And now we're living in the digital age. They got us wide for the digital age, and we've been programmed for the digital age. They got us glitching in the digital age. We're going into the digital, 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 all right, let's do Breaking Bread. It's like a song about sharing. Holy fuck, you people are lively. Put your hands up, people. Feather never flock like this. Highly irregular, down to the letter. Mastered the craft of rap by the sand. Sitting bluff long enough, now I show my hand and reach out. It's about mass appealing, spotlight stealing, glasses to the ceiling. Been keeping good company, like minds of different kinds, they're all one to me. That's what I said. My can't folk are widespread. Mavericks in the web, but society's fabric. I wouldn't have it any other way. It don't matter what the critics say. Straight from the pack, and I can't go back. So come sand and snow, I've been making tracks since I got an act for this rapping stuff. And nobody's even gotta be acting tough. Just trust the sound the music makes. This joint's at a point, it's about to break. But don't panic, this is more than a trend. It's the flow with the mainstream starting to bend. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We're just breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We keep breaking of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We're just breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Another cliche white boy trying to rap, reaching for the same cachet you crap and take. Scribble words that tickle your nerves, plus rhythms that make women wiggle the curves. It's a combination you can't dispute. Recipe guaranteed to get them knocked and boot. Even if I went mute, I continue to rhyme, adapt in no time, and this rap is signed beyond confounded, shockingly astounded. A live wire, they can't be grounded. On the floor twitching, tweaking and itching. Assume the position to catch what I'm pitching. On a mission to meet the neighbors. These days it seems like everyone's a stranger in my hood. Can I get a here? They can do the roofer with a primal cheer. If you come looking too clear, feel it on up. And if it runneth over, then give it a dump. And that's one for my homies that came before. I give a pour in memorial up to the floor. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We're just breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We keep breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We're just breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. All right, people, make some noise. Come on, it's way too quiet out there. I don't hear you. 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 Keep it going. 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 Some kids wanna spit that gangsta shit. I'm looking for a style a little more legit. So this here keep me hot that I dub. A little something for my fellow shrubs and west coasters. Don't gotta be posters. The proof is in the streets of the beats from all over. No room for your prejudice. It's just something that we don't express. Instead, we'll just have a session. Smoke a drink and exchange life lessons. Out question, we got it made. Laid back in the summer shade. Some will say a style is lazy. Unaccustomed to a life that's crazy. Don't faze me one iota. You can tell by the sweet aroma in the room. Token typical on the wordsmith. On point and at your surface with the purpose to empower your wallflowers every single minute, hour after hour. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We're just breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We keep breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We're just breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Still breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. We keep breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Breaking bread instead of hearts and heads. Thank you. All right. Should we do one more? All right, I got one more. This song's called Rump Soda. If you want to dance, I don't know, find some room, do your thing. Get up here, right now. Don't be shy, we're all friends here. Likes an eyeful, like pin the tail, requires a blindfold. Down to his kitties, view's not pretty, but it's desperate times at the club in the city. Dance floor packed, and ladies looking stacked. Higher than Waffles, wasted like Big Macs. Such a non-stop attack on the senses. At the discotheque, gets relentless. Psychedelic, out of your gourd, like a liquored up kid in the candy store. You want more, but you don't know what. Grind any closer in a bust a nut. Stuck in the flash of the strobing lights. Hard to say what kind of pose to strike. Throwing cash around like a bona fide dummy. Living for now, young man getting money. I'm feeling funny, immune to rejection. Much too oblivious to even detect it. Looking unimpressed, getting mentally undressed. Pull the tab, baby, no need to rest. So just shake it up, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, baby, shake that can. Shake it up, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda now, shake that can. Shake it up, just shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, baby, shake that can. Shake it up, for me, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda now, shake that can. While the night is young and we are too, let's get this done between me and you. And no reason to beat around the bush. My fingers on play, just say push. At the rave, I got no game. Crack a chick in the brain and drag it back to the cave. Behaving like a bunch of Neanderthals at the watering hole till they say last call. All a part of the mating dance. Any minute could be your last chance of romance. Don't matter why you're born the king, whether it's for fun or procreation. So shake it up, never mind your peers. lot of fizz popping. I know it's stopping now. Back it up to the front where it gets low brow. With your wiggles in the middle from side to side. Only get modes to get it from behind. Got one track mind, needs indulgence in all the right places. The babe's got vultures. Shake it up, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, just shake that can. Shake it up, just shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda now, shake that can. Shake it up, baby, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, just shake that can. Shake it up, for me, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, baby, shake that can. Shoulder to shoulder, the night's progressing. It's an exhibition, as inhibition's lesson. Bar stars going no holds barred. Creatures from Mars disguised as E-tards. At this point, you're probably haggard. 7 can of Red Bull, take a shot of Jaeger. Just for good measure, chalk up a gagger. One snort, go to swagger, but instead you stagger. Leaning up against the fire alarm. Foot slips, grab a grip, now the shit's disarmed. Bells ringing, brain was soaking. Here you can see all through the girlies' clothing. All this commotion don't phase it yet. No saying how far gone the party gets. Stressed to the limit to count the minutes till it's quitting time and the week is finished. Soda now, shake that can. Shake it up now, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda now, shake that can. Shake it up, baby, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, baby, shake that can. Shake it up, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, shake that can. Shake it up, shake that can. Gotta get some rum soda, baby, shake that can. Yo, I'm MC Shorty. That's Mick Shorty. But don't mistake me for no small fry.